Good afternoon, everybody. I'm so excited and delighted to be with you all here today to introduce to you our first three authors as part of Unstoppable Stories. And Unstoppable Stories is a powerful book collaboration where 20 entrepreneurs, powerful women are all coming together to share their stories with the world. And when I speak about Unstoppable, everybody is unstoppable. The magic lies within everybody and the power to do whatever journey you wish to take in this lifetime. And the ladies that I have with me today, I'm so excited to introduce them all to you. They are unstoppable. They are professionals, they're entrepreneurs, and they've all had incredible journeys. And that's what they'll be sharing in their chapter in Unstoppable Stories. So without further ado, I would love to introduce you. We have the lovely Brianna McAteer, we have Alison Armstrong, and we have Emma Luss. So ladies, you're very, very welcome. And thank you so much for taking your time out to join me today. And what I'm going to do first is that I'm going to get the ladies to introduce themselves and just share a few thoughts with you. But first of all, we'll do the introductions. I'm going to go around my screen, and Brianna, I'm going to come to you first just to introduce yourself to our audiences.
Hi, Geraldine. Thanks so much for having me. And I'm delighted to be part of this project with you. It's incredibly exciting. Incredibly exciting to work with all the other women as well. I am Brianna McAteer, and my company is Brianna McAteer Coaching. And I coach women to heal their relationship with food so that they can, here's my tagline, heal their relationship with food so that they can feel confidence and trust around food and at home in their bodies. And I do that because of my own experience with food and body image and all the stuff. And that's kind of what my story in Unstoppable Stories will be about.
Incredible, Brianna. It's great to have you here. And I know the work that you do is life-changing. It really is life-changing when it comes to emotional eating. So it's great to have you here. And next I'm going to Alison Armstrong. Alison, you're very welcome. Great to have you here today.
Yes, very excited to be here. My name is Alison Armstrong, and currently I'm the Director of Training and Development for the National Centre for Suicide Prevention. And my role is really, I suppose my tagline going on the back of Brianna there is just to train as many people as possible in suicide intervention skills so they can have effective conversations when others are struggling, which can happen to any one of us at any given time. So that's kind of my role.
Yeah, and it's great to have you here, Alison, with the expertise and with the higher purpose for Unstoppable Stories as well, to have your expertise around the suicide prevention. I'm very grateful for that. And last but no means least, we've got the Emma Luss coming in all the way from Manchester. Emma, you're very, very welcome.
Thank you. So yeah, I'm Emma Last. I'm a mental health and wellbeing strategist, and my company is Progressive Minds. I work with workplaces, schools, and individuals to help them to view and prioritise their mental health and well-being differently so that they can build strong foundations and flourish in life and business. So that's really that's me, and I'm really grateful for this opportunity. I wasn't going to write a chapter in anybody else's book because I'm writing my own, but I was just it was too tempting. Not to
it really is, Emma, and we can see already with the ladies here and with all the authors that I'm going to be introducing in the coming days, the power of when women come together, with a higher purpose, with a vision. It's just so beautiful, and it can take many paths and create many opportunities for everybody. So my first question, I'm going to come back to you first, Emma, for this is, Emma, what sparks you up in life? What are you passionate about in life that really kind of drives you to create more and share more around the world?
Well, the main part is around mental health and well-being, and that, in particular, sort of our age group, for example, well, I'm generalizing here, but for different sort of generations, we've been taught very differently about mental health, or not taught about mental health and well-being. And so my mission really is to take it out to everyone and kind of explain to them that there are two sides to mental health. and grow their knowledge around mental health awareness, but also around their mental well-being and their emotional mental health, so that they know how to help themselves. They know how to develop those tools in their toolbox to be able to flourish.
Yeah, and it's a huge area, Emma, all the time, and it's getting bigger, and creating more awareness is going to really have a ripple impact to help people maybe not have to go down a journey which is so difficult for many. So it's an incredible work that you do, Emma. Brianna, coming to yourself next, what really sparks you up? What's your passion to ripple across the world?
Well, I will keep this. It's brief. I'll keep this a little bit brief. When I was 8. And I'm starting back there. But whenever I was 8, I said to myself that I wanted to live a life where I wasn't being held back by my unconscious programming, things that I didn't know. I didn't know at 8 how long that was going to require of me, but it required a lot of undoing of trauma, undoing of unconscious programming, and undoing of a lot of things. And so I've been doing that, and I'm doing that still for myself. And so that's what really lights me up, is helping other women to go through that process as well. So it's kind of 3-pronged approach for myself in my own life, to help other women to unshackle themselves from the unconscious, subconscious programming that we've all kind of taken on ourselves. And then also with my parenting with my girls, because I've got 2 girls. They're very young still, so I've got a lot of time to work with this, to really parent in a way that is completely different to what we have seen kind of so far, in a much more emotionally aware, emotionally attuned, trauma-aware approach, to help set them up in a much more sturdy way, I guess.
Incredible, Brianna. And a point you've made there, Brianna, I feel is so vital for everybody, is that it starts with yourself first. No matter what message you want to get out there, it all starts within, because that's where the power is, that's where the magic is. So it's a powerful place for everybody to start. It Absolutely. Really is. Yeah. So last but no means least, we're going to Alison. And Alison, I'd love for you to share, your passion, what lights you up. And I know you're sharing very important messages with the world all the time around the work you do, but I'd just love to hear some more about that.
Well, I suppose my, not just my career, but actually how I've lived my life. I've always wanted to be the adult that wasn't around when I was younger. And working with young people, working with parents, working with young people who are struggling, primarily drugs, alcohol, and suicide. That's kind of been the areas that I've worked in. But it's all about empowerment and encouragement and kindness and compassion, and helping people to obviously help themselves primarily, but to then, to be around for younger people. Because I know when I went through a difficult time when I was younger, there just wasn't an adult that I was connected to in a way that I could talk about it. And I thought that we've got to be better than that. So I tried with my own parenting, but I always say I was so busy fixing my parents' mistakes, I just made a whole load of my own, but I tried my very best to be more emotionally connected to my own children and now grandchildren. And what drives me is that if we can just have a little bit more compassion and understanding for others, that it can make a difference. It can make a huge difference in everyone's life. So I think that's what motivates me.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. And, honestly, Alison, as you shared there, having that compassion, it can just open so many doors for people, because they feel heard, they feel heard. And that's where the conversations all stem from. So thank you so much, Alison. So what I would love to ask you all next is, Brianna, I'm going to come back round to you first this time, is what does the project mean to you? What does being part of this community, a powerful collaboration with 20 women and such a vision for where it's all going, what does it all mean to you, Brianna?
Well, the drum that I'm beating right now is really kind of understanding how much internalized patriarchy that we have internalized and that we live by. And so right now we have 20 women who are collaborating, who are working together, who are not competing, who are looking for ways of connecting to each other, which is the antithesis of what the patriarchy would like us to do. So that's what it is representing for me at this time. And it's such a lovely, I suppose, way of working and kind of really reclaiming that kind of more feminine parts of us, those feminine aspects of us, of collaboration and working together and all that. So I'm really excited to be part of the project.
Incredible, Brianna. And just as you say there, Brianna, it's about coming in and the support that's been there already, but there's so many opportunities for networking and for collaboration as well. People will have so many synergies. And one of the areas whenever I was calling in, and that's exactly what I did, I called in the people I felt aligned to work with on this project, and everybody's coming from their area of expertise. Everybody in the world is unique anyhow, but for Unstoppable Stories, everyone is so unique and coming in with their set of skills, which is going to make it such an unstoppable book. The stories are unstoppable, and there's so much learning and teachings throughout because everyone's coming through from such different backgrounds and experiences. So that's incredible, Brianna, and there will be many opportunities that are created for everybody from this as well. So Alison, coming to yourself next, what are you excited about for the whole project and the journey that we're all happening on together at the moment?
I am. I mean, I wasn't 100% sure what it was all about. And quite often, when I tell not my story, because my story has very many layers. And but when I tell, people say, you should write a book. You should put that down on paper. You should write a book. And it's always something that I've been interested in. So it just kind of aligned when you called me, and I thought maybe I do have something to say. And every time you introduce or I meet others, and you give us that kind of like intro of here's 20 powerful women, I get almost like goose pimples, because I'm kind of like, yeah, this is like a tribe, and I want to be part of that tribe for sure. So it's just a lovely way for me personally to dip my toe in the water and learn something new. I'm learning something, which I love, learning new things. So yeah, we'll see. I've wrote my story. I've done it. I've got my first draft, and then when I read it, I think, oh goodness, 2,500 words isn't enough.
Yeah, I know. So you're ready for your book, Alison, thereafter?
No, maybe not. We'll see what the editors think.
Yeah, incredible. And Alison, just as you say there, it's the power of that collaboration, it's the power of community, and creating a tribe, and when everyone has a higher vision and do so much to share with the world, it just like kind of creates its own sparks, and it's just exploding at the moment. So it's only the start, it's happened, quite fast, but there's so much yet to come, which really, really excites me, Alison. So thank you so much. And Emma, what does it mean to you to be part of Unstoppable Stories?
Well, I mean, you mentioned before about feeling like you were called to do it. So I met you about 12 months ago, wasn't it? At an event. And I would say sort of our friendship has grown over that period of time. And I don't know, it was just like I can't not be part of it. Which is really, when I'd made a decision I wasn't going to do another one, and this will be the third one that I've done. So I thought, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to just get my book done. And then, but no, the calling was too big and the excitement was too great. And so I wrote my chapter, and it's not on what people would think it would be on. It is actually very much connected to what everybody, the little ripples that everybody can make every day.
Incredible.
Make a difference in the world.
Yeah, and it's going to be a powerful, all very, very powerful chapters coming in from all our incredible authors. So to finish our chat today, it's been so lovely chatting with you all. And, the theme around this, the energy around this is unstoppable, because everybody's unstoppable once they start to really believe in the process trust the process and step into their own power. So, Alison, I'm going to come to you first to finish this last part of our chat today. What does unstoppable mean to you?
Oh, goodness. Well, I mean, do it slowly, do it badly, make mistakes along the way, do it little by little, take time, whatever, it doesn't matter, just do it. And you know, when I was writing my chapter, something like really occurred to me, almost like pinpoints that started to give me drive. And what was actually pushing me forward, the energy that was taking me forward, was letting go of the energy that was holding me back. So it was like letting go, and you know, of all that, those feelings that you think you're supposed to feel. You know, one of the statements I now can barely stand is, well, you're bound to feel that way. And I feel like bound by what and bound by who? And even the word bound, it's almost like a feeling is imposed on you and how you should feel about certain things. And once you realize that the feeling is not attached to you and it's been imposed on you, and you don't even actually need to hold it, you can let it go, then it's amazing the energy that just drives forward, and you can do anything then. For instance, my cake baking skills, where my family laugh and joke that my grandchildren can make better Rice Krispie buns than me, and they challenged me. Someone told me that I couldn't do it when I was little, that I couldn't bake, that I was useless at that. And so I just decided, well, I'll do it. And then I baked a cake, and then I baked another one, and then I baked another one. Now I'm about to enter the Great British Bake Off. Joke, I'm not. But it's like, well, I can if I want to. Like, if I want to, I can do anything I want. So I'm going to bake my own Christmas cake. And so I just say, it's small achievements. It doesn't even have to be these massive big things that we tend to put a lot of, you know, we put a lot of attention to, like degrees and, you know, and owning property and stuff. It's actually none of that. It's just tiny achievements that build self-esteem, which in turn builds self-efficacy. Once you believe that you can do it, then nobody can actually stand in your way. So I'm just trying to almost take back that energy that I had when I was a child. You know, when children say, what do you want to be when you grow up? And children say, I want to be an astronaut, or I want to be, you know, and then us as adults, we tend to look at them and say, well, you probably won't be a famous footballer, or you can't be an astronaut, or, you know, I just want to regain that and say, well, I can actually be whatever I want to be and do whatever I want to do. So I'm a work in progress. I'm a work in progress.
It's powerful, Alison, you've had a powerful message there to share, and for our viewers listening in, as you know, what are you holding on to that's really sucking away energy that you could really redirect into something that's going to create this unstoppableness for you? So a powerful message, Alison. Thank you so much. And I'm going to move next to Brianna. Brianna, what does being unstoppable mean to you?
Well, I really liked what Alison said there. Like, I would agree 100%. It's not all the things. It's not the pursuing of the goals. It is the inside job, and like becoming the person that you want to be. And the message that I'm going to be kind of hoping to get across in the chapter that I'm writing is about how our kind of self-sabotaging behaviors, how the things that we think are problematic are actually a sign of our resilience, not our weakness. And so all of these kind of coping mechanisms and adaptations and trauma responses that we've developed have been there to keep us safe, have been there to keep us moving forward. And actually, it is a sign of how strong and purposeful and resilient that we are. And when we actually understand that, we can start to integrate those parts of us, and they can stop, quote unquote, holding ourselves back. That's what I kind of believe to be unstoppables.
Yeah, incredible. And I just love the work that you do. And the first point on yourself, Brianna, you know, it is the starting point. It is a journey. It takes time, Brianna.
It takes time, Geraldine.
That's another story for another day, Brianna. Thank you so much. And last but no means least, lovely Emma. Emma, what does being unstoppable mean to you?
Oh, well, I've always had a lot of drive and a lot of determination to do whatever. I've always kind of believed if you work hard enough that you can achieve anything that you want to achieve. but that also served me wrongly sometimes, in terms of that I ended up with my own burnout. And so, you know, being unstoppable for me is about, it's not just about those big things and being, you know, it's being unstoppable that's proportionate to wherever you are in your life right now, and whatever little ripples or little steps that you can take. Because the key thing is about, you know, trying to take a tiny bit of action, you know, however small those steps are. It could be that because those little steps become big steps and become big ripples. And, you know, that's really, it's about putting one foot in front of the other, deciding on what your mission is or what your message is, and just keep putting one foot in front of the other, and going with actually saying yes to more things. And yes, being careful that we sometimes need to say no, because we don't want to do too much. But yeah, just, you know, try new things, because you never know what, you know, what doors are out there.
Yeah, it's so true. Yeah, incredible, Emma. You know, and what a beautiful message to end our chat on is that, you know, some people think that it's all these big steps, there's these big goals, but just as Emma has said there, it's like putting one foot in front of the other, and it's the small steps that lead you to where you want to go in this lifetime, without shadow of a doubt. And as we mentioned earlier, Alison, you're having that compassion, and Brianni brought into space a lot about your work and within. So ladies, it's been an absolute pleasure. And we have Angie join us. Angie, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing this. It was great to hear from all the inspirational ladies, and made me think about those questions too. Best of luck with all your endures and exciting times. Thank you so much, Angie, for that. I really appreciate it. So ladies, it's been an absolute pleasure. And for anyone who's listening in, if you would like the opportunity to meet these incredible women in person, you will find us at a beautiful castle called Crom Castle at Serenity Retreat on Wednesday, the 8th of November. There is still tickets available, so you'll find the links in my socials. And it's going to be an incredible event where there is international world leaders and speakers and celebrity guests joining in, alongside the pre-launch of Unstoppable Stories with 20 very powerful women. So it's been a pleasure, ladies. Thank you so much for your time today. And I look forward to what's ahead in the next part of our journey together.
Brilliant.
Thanks, Jill.
Have a great day. Thank you so much.